Bastards! You're gonna pay for that! After the fallen god of destruction defeats the only defender in Universe 10, he orders his minion to remove this ridiculous illusion that they tried to trap him and his squad in. But after the illusion is lost, it looks like there is another trickster, another defender here trying to stop the god of destruction from reaching the angelic palace and use their abilities of illusion to trap the squad inside this ship, ultimately failing in this task. After being trapped in this illusion for who knows how long, they realize that the other universes are prepared for something. Maybe not them, maybe the other fallen gods of destructions and their angels, but they are prepared for something. So they should be going into the subsequent universes with their guard up. Even the Venerable Heir says that they have been missing from the cosmos for a millennia. So Universe 6 may not be the same place it was back then. They need to have their guard up even in this universe so they won't fall for any trickery or get themselves ambushed like they did before. But we all know in Dragon Ball Kakumei that in Universe 6 we have Vegeta training the entire Saiyan race to be warriors, to become Super Saiyan and to protect Universe 6 and their planet from the rogue gods and angels. And in this instance, it seems that Cabba is facing a Caulifla who seems to have the upper hand. He shoots a ki blast that goes completely off base. Even Caulifla comments on this, but before she can even finish that sentence, Caulifla is attacked by Cabba, who realizes that, was this a distraction? Is this what you're doing? What the hell was that ki blast? But with Cabba coming in so close, she has no time to react to the ki blast hurtling behind her. But instead of using this ki blast to damage Caulifla from the back, he uses it as a springboard to be able to knock Caulifla in the back of the head with his knee at full force point blank range. That's enough to throw Caulifla back and get her dizzy enough to not be able to react as quickly as possible or as quickly as she was in the past, leaving Cabba to shoot a ki blast from his feet called Splitting Kick. And this is something that we have not seen, I don't think ever. I don't remember when we would have. A ki blast coming from somebody's feet. This thing is moving so fast that Caulifla really has zero time to react and zero time to think, but even with that zero time, she uses the best that she can and she stops the ki blast with her forehead, holding it in place and then gripping it with her hands, trying to stop it from pushing her back even further. But this probably is the worst case scenario when it comes to holding a ki blast, because as Cabba smirks, this ki blast goes boom right in the middle of Caulifla's forehead, leaving her down and out and getting his first W over Caulifla's 18. And Cabba leaves the field having made a signature move. Finally did it. He finally defeated Caulifla, who is far stronger, far more intuitive, and far more versatile than the very stiff Cabba, but Caulifla praises him for it. Vegeta is ready for them to take their training to the next level. Their individual training is over, and they need to... Vegeta knows what time it is. The monstrous ki that's coming toward their planet is of god of destruction nature, something that unfortunately him and his team are really not 100% ready for right now. This is very early on, so he needs to pull out all the stops. He's at a disadvantage because he's been seen by the mysterious force. Even the fallen god is kind of perplexed as to what Vegeta's doing here, who this character is, who this being is, and decides he needs to take a closer look and go to the other side of the planet. But this is the side of the planet that the castle, the city, and all the Saiyan population that is not fighter, and that is what Vegeta yells at Cabba to do. He tells him to go to the king and tell him to shelter all civilians. Cabba takes his leave and goes straight to the king as Vegeta takes Broly with him because it's time for them to gear up. It is time for them to fight as one. Cabba flies at top speed trying to get to his location, and as soon as he gets into the courtroom, he starts yelling to the king that he needs to get everybody sheltered because he doesn't really know what's going on. But Vegeta says that something is happening and Everybody needs to shelter up, all the Saiyans need to activate, and the king needs to go to the training ground right now. But the king, being one of my favorite characters, he tells them thank you and is stoically at ease with this situation. He is not breaking a sweat whatsoever. He is in battle mode. The Saiyans use a brand new technique never before seen and combine their ki to protect the planet in a ki shield, all encompassing, something that most villains or most evildoers wouldn't be able to get past. The king is surprised that this has started earlier than expected, but Vegeta doesn't really think that that's the case. But they're not here for a friendly chat, so the king needs to go and support his people and encourage the soldiers, and showing that he has now 100% respect for Vegeta. The king falls in line with Vegeta's orders. The fallen god's henchmen laugh because if this is a magic barrier, they can get past it easily. Remember, both these two are magic users, but the god says no, this is a ki shield, and he will be the one to dismantle it. And he does just that, using not only his own ki, but the power of destruction to basically Hakai the entire ki shield away. With the ki shield gone, they are sitting ducks, but the king orders them not to give up. They need to stand their ground. Broly wants to join, but it is not time yet. They need to bide their time and see what happens next. This god's fiends on one hand are interested in what this plan is, and these people are. They are far more prepared than any other species they've encountered so far, but on the other hand, this plan is counterintuitive because if you know what you're facing, this shield's not really going to do anything. So what is the next plan? What is going to happen next? And with the barrier fully Hakai'd, it is time for their super villain landing, and the fallen god of destruction lands right in front of Vegeta and his squad. Well, here at last, damn gods of destruction. Vegeta asks the god why he's here, even throwing a little bit of flair and respect into his greeting, but the god completely ignores him and is scanning him, instead saying that he is strong, which Vegeta already knows, obviously, that is where his power stands. The heir knows that Vegeta is not from here and has been trained by the angel Whis. He then finds out just by looking at Vegeta that they transform. His power right now is not the power that he goes into battle with. He can raise his power level and has been trained in angelic techniques. Vegeta is a Saiyan like the rest of the inhabitants of the planet, and his power is known, basically meaning that the venerable heir knows exactly what Vegeta's power level actually is. Vegeta has not learned to calm his mind. He is completely pissed that he is being scanned and told everything to him. All the information about himself this guy knows, and it's pissing Vegeta off. And once the venerable heir finds out Vegeta's name, he actually had used this time to wrap a chain around Vegeta's leg and bring him closer to him. This is something Vegeta was not prepared for, and in his base form barely can withstand it. This is enough to kill him if he wasn't Vegeta. The skirmish begins with Vegeta in still his base form being thrown around, and Broly tries to jump in but is stopped by the two minions. We finally get to see a God of Destruction level fight against Vegeta, and I've been curious about this since the beginning of this Dragon Ball fan manga, with the venerable heir attacking Vegeta and Vegeta literally just pushing himself back, trying to create distance because he knows that anything close will result in huge bodily harm. So he attacks the venerable heir, the fallen god of destruction, from afar, throwing ki blasts, trying to hit him with anything that he can, something that won't really put his own vital organs, his body, in danger. And remember, Vegeta is on the back foot here, but he did transform, whether it be in Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue. He is not in his base form anymore. After pushing the heir back, Vegeta teleports right in front of him, and an onslaught of venerable heir and god of destruction punches come his way. Vegeta blocks every single one of them and then goes for his mask. He is going to know who this guy is if it kills him. This is the last time I'm asking you. And in that moment, Broly, who the hell are you, shows that he's horribly underprepared for magic, and quite possibly ends Vegeta's career in the defense of planet Sadala. And that is the end of today's Dragon Ball Kakumei chapter. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. This is going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.